So when we lived in McKeesport at 1409 Centennial, it was a like yellow brick house. It was a nice house. Everything was original in the house, and I mean original. Doors, doorknobs, the windows were single pane glass. So it got real cold this one Christmas Eve, and it was during quarantine. And when I say it got below zero, the windows froze over. Froze over. Like, I have pictures of it. I love it. And I share those pictures every time Pittsburgh's about to get a huge snowstorm. It cracks me up because it's one of the few times in my life that I actually seen windows froze over. And there was ice all on my windows. You can run over to my Facebook story and check out the pictures. I dropped it to Baby It's Cold Outside. That's an Americana classic. Y'all need to leave that song alone. If it's not a Hallmark moment for you, then leave it alone. Don't listen to it then. Always trying to cancel something. Go cancel yourself. And then I did another picture to DMX's Here We Go Again. Same old shit, sewer crumpet, just a different day. See, when we get big snowstorms, that is one of the peak times that they sex traffic. Oh, they do. It is one of the peak times that they sex traffic. So during that winter, it got cold and we got snow. And what was Icky doing? Being sex trafficked. Theodore, Wretched, Azok, all sex trafficking her. That's why I keep those pictures. Not only are they funny, it's Hallmark moments. So we got sewer crumpets and douche canoes here. Theodore, Mar with the poo plug, Zoe Mia, that sheck of a friend. All all those aliases are all her. We got Sincere, Keith Furman, right over here. So they're going to gear up this weekend to try to sex traffic, before the snow comes in. Well, it was funny because the other morning my husband had overtime, and I live on a, a hill, and at the top of the hill is the Baldwin Volunteer Fire Department. Well, because I'm on an emergency route, my road's usually done. Not the other morning. Not the other morning. And it's funny because now that means Baldwin police not only know that there is a drug trafficking and a sex trafficking problem, they're like, no, don't do the roads. Leave them alone. Let's see who's coming in and out and up and down that hill. Let's see. Well, you go down on Churchview a little ways and you get to the first stop sign just past the fire department before you get to Sunoco. There's sex trafficker cameras there. Yes, I know they're supposed to be called traffic cameras, but it's funnier when I call them sex trafficker cameras. So those cameras got me taking my husband into work, all the way into work, and then got me coming back home. So they're going to gear up this weekend to try to sex traffic. There were so many snowstorms in McKeesport, and when it snows, just like cold air, voices travel. Well, because I get up early in the morning and I have always been in the habit of not only getting up early in the morning with my husband when he goes to work, but a lot of times I take him into work and then I go pick him back up. There were so many times in McKeesport that Centennial was just, there were tire tracks and there shouldn't have been. There were tire tracks and there shouldn't have been. And the one day I was talking to Icky before, she said what she said, and I never spoke to her again. My last words were ice cold. Okay, so she said she was running to the grocery store. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I was outside with my dog. Go ahead, go to the grocery store. Well, I'm heading out, putting our youngest son in the truck, and I see her again. She's like, yeah, I just got back from the grocery store. Who goes to the grocery store and buys nothing? You didn't grab milk, bread, eggs, butter. You didn't grab a pack of cigarettes. You grabbed nothing. Another reason I knew she was being sex trafficked. There were too many times she was leaving the block for no good reason at all. You're coming back a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour later, and you're telling me you went grocery shopping, but there were no grocery bags in your hand. Well, it's funny. It's funny. People try to lie because it's like their default go to. And when you know someone's lying to you, I'm, I'm not going to waste my time to call you on it. Like, I didn't even like you anyway. I was just trying to be decent. But the one day I went over to help Icky, I asked her if she was on dope, on heroin. She got all pissed off. And then she started hooting, hollering, screaming at me. Then she called me an HOE. And I looked at her and said, I've been married longer than you've been an adult. Married longer than you've been an adult. I never spoke to her again. Those were my last words to her. I never spoke to her again. Oh, she tried to talk to me. She tried to say hi. I'd walk right past her, get in the car, go to the playground, go do whatever I was going to do. Go pick up my husband from work, whatever errand I had that day. But it's funny. I'm extremely excited for a snow day miracle. That's what our youngest son calls snow days when he gets off from school. Snow day miracles. So I understand it because as kids, we all sit in our room and quietly pray when we see the snow start, like, cancel school, cancel school, cancel school, cancel school. And when you see your school come across that ticker, you're like, yes, the Lord heard me. So it's a snow day miracle on Monday, and I'm geeked about it. I'm geeked about it. My body will hurt a bit, it'll be a lot of digging out, a lot of sled riding. Sleigh ride with me. So I'm geeked about it. I'm extremely excited. Oh, it's so funny. So this one time, I had a full disclosure conversation with the sergeant. I'm not going to tell you which one or two. You have to figure that out for yourself. What's a full disclosure conversation, Mrs. Hartice? I told him everything. Everything. Now I'm only going to tell y'all the funny parts. I'm only going to tell y'all the funny parts. Everything else is solely for the police departments and the detectives. But it was funny because I was like, "Hey Sarge, do you know what the LPJ is?" He's like, "No, what's the LPJ?" I was like, "Well, it's with your name, birth date, social security number, address, telephone number. All that goes into when you have a case at big court. And he's like, huh. I was like, yeah. I was like, you know that sewer crumpet? I keep trying to think of her name, but I keep calling her Mar with the poop plug. He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, well, her actual real name, address, telephone number, social security number, and birth date is going to be all in the LPJ. He's like, oh, yeah, what'd you get in trouble for? I was like, a DUI. He's like, how did you know that? I was like, sometimes I just know things. Sometimes I just know things. So that was funny. That was funny. I said a lot of things in that full disclosure conversation that A, hadn't happened yet, and B, I've been right about everything I said. I've been right about everything I said. I even told the Sarge, I was like, oh, Sarge. He's like, what now? I was like, oh no. So on Easter morning, I'm going to go to the store to grab a pack of cigarettes, and Sincere and Keith Furman are there. And he's like, oh, yeah? I was like, yeah. And they keep milling around trying to get me to notice them. He's like, do you speak? I was like, no, I don't speak. I don't acknowledge their presence. I was like, and it's all caught on security camera. I'm not lying to you, Sarge. So you have to have motive to lie. You have to have motive to lie. I even told Sarge about an incident that was going to happen with a friend of ours and his ex. I was right about that too. I'm right about a lot of things. It's funny. It's funny. I have the usual chores today, and then I got to do an errand, pick up a birthday cake. We have a birthday in the house this weekend. So I will be doing that here shortly. And then, well, it was a bit icy yesterday when I tried to walk. So with the snow day coming, I don't want to risk slipping because then I won't be able to sled ride with our youngest son. Chat with everyone later.